This is the Lego piano. This is the stool first of all. I made this from scratch. You twist it and it goes up like a normal piano stool would. Very accurate with its mechanism. You can go right up, and then it works both sides. Both sides go at the same time. And you twist that for it to go back down. And then the actual piano itself is huge. This is my hand. And it's bigger, as you can see. So the first thing it does is the front comes up like that, and you can see the keys, which you can press down. And then this does fold down if you want it down, which I don't at the moment because I'm going to fold it back. And then, like a normal grand piano, it goes up, and you've got a little stand for it to stay up. Now inside is what took the longest. You've got these strings and the hammers, and down there you've got the keys, and then you've got a little music stand that then props up, and then you put your music on there like that. And then in the side here is where the electronics are. This is a Bluetooth receiver, so I'm just going to turn on the Bluetooth on my phone because that's how it works. So this is all now active, now it's blue, so I'll shut this. And then there's options to listen or play. So if you click play, so you pick your song. So you've got a few songs on here, so I'll pick Happy Birthday. And then it's not accurate like a normal piano, obviously. That's the downfall of this. You just press any key and it'll play the notes. So, oh, helps if I put the sound up. Let's try again. And it is responsive because you can go fast. And there's a hammer. So that's that side of it. And you can also listen to something and the piano plays it. But again, the sound's coming through my phone rather than through the actual model, which a lot of people are not too impressed with. But I think it's still cool. So let's go for some Beethoven. So here we go. It's a bit noisy. Let's turn it on. And it stops as soon as you press stop. And then if you were to put it away, the first thing I'd probably do is put the lid down. Then I would take the music off here. I would then fold down the piano stand, and then you can take this down, and the lid back on, and fold down the front, and there you go. And then the stool is there too, and that's it. So my final review and a few tips on the Lego piano. Firstly, it's very expensive, so I would only recommend this if you're a hardcore Lego fan and builder. But my thoughts on the piano are there's a lot that could be improved. And I've seen online a lot of people agree with the same things that I think as well. It's definitely a build for an expert. There's no way this is suitable for kids. Like it says on the box, over 18. This took me a week, and actually it could have probably taken longer. I've been building Lego since I was like 5, so I'm pretty skilled when it comes to building Lego. But the way that it's been built is very weird. For example, I would have built it, obviously things like the accessories like the legs, the pedals, the seat is last anyway, which is great. But the way it's built in different layers is very confusing, especially when it's smashed, which happened actually twice, which I didn't put in the video. Having to flick, and the instruction book is about that thick. It's like a book, and trying to find each section of the piano, they would be better in the instructions if they would have a section on like the back of the piano, the front of the piano, the inside, the cogs and all that. It's so much easier to do it like that. If you built the front and the back separately and then put it together at the end, that would also help, because what I found is that the back is one of the last things you put on, and it doesn't quite fit. Probably because some of the pieces in the middle weren't maybe quite lined up, and that means that you then can't go back and fix them because everything's layered. So the reason why it's smashed in half is I was trying to get into a bit that was in the middle of the layers, and on trying to prise it apart, the whole thing fell apart, and that was just the biggest disaster. Also, the biggest moan with this, and I do agree, is that the supposed appeal of this is that it plays, and it does play, but it's through your phone, and it's just such a shame because the mechanism you can't really make any quieter. I don't think it's a lot of stuff moving around, and that's very clever, but the music that comes out of your phone, it just doesn't sound great. They could have, and I know it's possible to put speakers inside of the device. There's quite a lot of space either side of the battery part and the little Bluetooth connector. So if it could have come out of the piano, that would have been a lot more realistic. And also the fact that when you're playing the notes, it doesn't reflect, as a pianist, it doesn't reflect on the notes that are on the screen. So like if you were to play like a middle C, it would just be like on the screen, it wouldn't correlate. So you could play any note on the piano and it would just sound like the right note, which I don't think is very good. So those are the main things. I would definitely say it's a piece that once it's built, you're never going to want to undo it and build it again. It's not the one that you build it for fun. It turned out not to be fun at all. I got very stressed and very angry at it because it's the legs, even, for example, they are supposed to be quite well locked in. But if you try and move the piano around, the legs bow because the weight of the piano is so heavy. I thought when I first got the actual box with the Lego in that it was heavy, and didn't realise that, the book is quite heavy too, but the piano itself is very heavy. So it's got supporting a lot of weight. And obviously it has to look like a grand piano, which traditionally has the 3 legs, the one at the back and 2 at the front. I think that they need to modify something if they were to ever do a version 2 of it. Especially the back, because the leg I have is like that, it's bowing, and the weight at the back's quite a lot because you've got the battery pack. So maybe they could have reinforced the leg somehow, just at the back. I don't know. So I definitely love it. I think it's really cool and very clever, especially putting together all the little fiddly bits, the strings and the hammers and the keys. That was fun. That was really good. But overall, I would rather have spent my money probably getting the Harry Potter castle or the Disney castle, just because then it's more functional, and I think for the price it's not worth it. I think it probably could do with being £100 less than it is, just because of the difficulty of of putting it together, the instructions being very to and fro, and also the keys not being reflective of music. But that's just my thoughts. Let me know if you've had the Lego piano and think any differently or the same. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, maybe I'll do another Lego build soon. Bye.